All right, so let's talk about the burpee a little bit. I want to start off by saying that it's not an exercise that I generally prescribe to people, and it's not an exercise that is a staple in any of my programs for myself or my clients. Not because it is inherently a bad exercise. I don't think there are any bad exercises. I just think that it's often done poorly. And the risk reward is just not quite there for me. That being said, done properly, it can certainly be effective. So you may think that the burpee is just like the king of all exercises, because it checks off so many boxes. You got a push up, you got a squat, there's core because you're holding the plank, it's explosive because you're doing the squat jump. It's got an aerobic component to it because your heart rate's certainly going to skyrocket from it. But it's kind of this idea that it's a jack of all trades rather than, and it's a master of none. So if you want to get better at push-ups, by all means do push-ups. If you want to get better at jump squats, you can do jump squats. If you want to improve your aerobic capacity, you can do that by doing aerobic activity. And so that's why I don't usually prescribe burpees. But given the times where most of us are stuck indoors with limited space, it can check off a lot of those boxes and be pretty effective at improving all those different components. First things first, when it comes to doing the burpee, because it is a pretty advanced exercise, is you don't want to start too fast too soon. Make sure you can do one properly, and then take some rest, and then do another one, and another one, and then maybe you're doing sets of 2, and then maybe sets of 3, and kind of slowly build up your tolerance, because again, it's a pretty advanced exercise. A couple things with regards to the burpee and what people commonly do wrong are, I'd say, first off, in that squat, as they lower, they're not paying attention to their form. When people do squats on their own, they do them very diligently. They think about their body position, how's their back lining up, is their core engaged, how are their knees tracking, all sorts of stuff. But then all of a sudden we incorporate that squat pattern into a burpee, and it becomes a much more complex exercise. So people disregard these other cues that they were thinking of when it came to the squat alone. So when you lower into the position where you got to get your hands on the ground, just make sure you're keeping in mind that body position, that alignment in the back, whether you do more of a knee bend to get down there or more of a hip hinge to get down there. That's going to kind of depend on you and what your mobility is like. One of the worst things I see with it is once we get down to that position, we shoot our feet behind us and then we drop into a plank. Now, a lot of people disengage their core and just let their back arch. So you come down pretty forcefully and immediately into this hyperextension of the back. Not necessarily good for you. Once it's okay, twice it's okay. You're not going to break by it doing it, but just the repetitiveness of that is certainly not good. So number one, lower down correctly. Number 2 is keep the core engaged. That's tension in the abs, the glutes, they all gotta be tight so that you maintain that rigid body position. And then that's gonna lead into you doing your push-up effectively and correctly, where it moves as one unit and not with your back hyperextended, your hips up in the air, whatever it is. Keep a straight line head to toe as you perform that push-up. So 3 things: lower down properly, keep the core engaged when you drop into that plank, and then push up using your whole body, letting your whole body move as one unit. Try not to let the hips sag or anything like that. All right, 100 burpees down. Timed myself, took 7 minutes and 29 seconds. I want to throw the challenge out to you guys now. Do 100 burpees, time yourself, tag UCalgary Active when you do it, and let's see what you got. See if you can beat my time.